Alright, so as you already know, the final boss for Sonic Frontiers was shit. Shit, okay, there's no need to sugarcoat it. I'm a Sonic fan, but it was shit, okay? And it looks like we might be seeing the ending of the game be altered for the better, thanks to this tweet thread that we're going to take a look at. And on top of that, we've got information regarding Sonic Prime, regarding the statistics of Sonic Prime, and we want to see how well it did, basically. So we're going to get to all this right now. But if you're subscribed to the channel already, please make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Prime, it's Christmas Day. The fuck are you doing? Yes, it's Christmas Day, but I'm delivering the Sonic content. That's my present to you, so Merry Christmas and enjoy the video, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's start off with the Sonic Prime stats, then we'll get into what Daddy Keish is saying. It says here, Sonic Prime starts off top 5 in Netflix's global rankings in the English language television category. Recorded 27.7 million hours watched between 12th to 18th December 2022. Ranked top 10 in TV rankings in 59 countries. First in kids rankings in the US and Canada. So you can see here the stats. Kids ranking US and Canada number 1. Hours watched 27.7 million. Almost half of what I've put into Sonic Heroes. Pretty decent. Television top 10 in 59 countries. Global television rankings number 5. Okay then. Now we look at the second screenshot. This is the Netflix global top 10. So it's like their chart. Just like you got the music chart, like the Billboard Hot 100 in the UK. Not the US, sorry. Which shows you what's like charting the highest. On 12th to 18 December, this was the hottest shit on Netflix. And Sonic Prime was at 5th. You know, only things above it were Too Hot to Handle Season 4, which you can't compete with that. I mean, let's be real, like the babes. Like, I'm sorry. The Recruit Season 1, Harry and Meghan limited series, which I actually watched that. Pretty decent. And Wednesday Season 1, which I watched a few minutes of that because everyone kept talking about it. I mean, Ortega is really good, but I'm just saying, like, I'm a bit too old for these teen shows now. Like, Euphoria is like the last one. After that, I'm done. Okay, like, I had my Vampire Diaries era. Okay, I had it. I'm too old for that shit. Anyway, below it, you got Firefly Lane, $18.99, which I need to watch that. The Crown, Don't Pick Up the Phone, Firefly Lane, Season 1. So, both Season 1 and 2 are on the list. Like, if you put them together, it'll be 36 million. It would actually be above Sonic Prime because they separated by season, which is pretty interesting that they would separate it by season when it's the same show. But if you separate it by season, yes, it's technically below Sonic Prime. But yeah, I mean, top 5 is not bad. Obviously, you can see things like how long they've been in the top 10. So not all of these things are new. As you can see, this has been in there 4 weeks. It's that popular. Wednesday is that popular. But then other things like Don't Pick Up the Phone Season 1 has only been in there 1 week. So it's obviously more recent. So the only thing that's been here 1 week that's above Sonic Prime is The Recruit. So yes, it's still top 5. At the end of the day, that's a big deal. It's not doing Dharma numbers. That thing was huge. It's not doing Wednesday numbers. It's not doing no Squid Game numbers. But it's a Sonic TV show, which is mainly for kids and adults who still love Sonic for some reason, which we are. And we can't really complain with these stats, right? It's not a failure. It's a success, right? Top 5 means they can't abandon it. You know, they still got to drop more episodes. Apparently, they're committed to 24 episodes anyway, so we're still going to get, you know, another 16 episodes. But after that, whether they continue it, we'll have to see. I mean, Sat AM did like 1 season, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Sat AM was like 1 and done. But this might happen here after the 24 episodes is done. But if the performance stays good, then maybe we'll do even better and we'll actually get season 2. We'll see what happens. They got competition because the Knuckles TV show is coming next year as well, which is not a Netflix show. That's a Paramount show. But we'll see what happens. I feel like the Knuckles show will probably be better just because Idris is Knuckles. That's going to be lit. Black Power. We got Devin the Sun. We got Idris as Knuckles. We taking over the whole shit. The whole shit. We're gonna get a boy for Tails. We're gonna get the guy who voiced Cleveland Brown Jr. to voice Tails. The whole shit gonna be black team song. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on one right now. Okay, let's get to the Frontiers shit. Okay. So the director of Frontiers, Morio Kishimoto, has been added in this thread. If you don't know, he recently joined Twitter. Well, it says September 2015, but we didn't know until recently. I don't know if he used to tweet before. Maybe he had the account and he sat on it because, you know, he doesn't tweet that much, to my knowledge, until recently. Anyway, before, people used to harass the Sonic social media about things they wanted in games. Like, do this, or port that, or give us that. And they had no real power to do anything, because let's face it, they were there to post memes. But the actual director of the game being on Twitter, it's like Elon Musk is saying, you should add this feature to Twitter. And he goes, huh, I will. That sounds like a good idea. And then tomorrow it's on there because he's actually on Twitter. It's like that now. And everyone's adding Kishimoto with their proposed changes. And he's actually responding. It's crazy. So this person here has said the end is such a great villain, which is Cap, but has the worst final boss gameplay in a Sonic game, which is facts. It has very weak music as well, of course. Same goes to Supreme. I doubt Update 3 will do anything about it. If it does, good luck calling other Sonic games better. I don't need luck for that. And anyway, he's got a pitch to supposedly improve the final boss, and he's added Kishimoto over here, as you can see. And it says, my pitch for the battle is Supreme. Health is very high, higher than all of the Titans combined. You trying to make us sit here for like 5 hours? Like, do you know how long that would fucking take? Phase 1, Supreme will not fly or hover. Same attacks as both Giganto and Supreme. Phase 2, plus a special gun attack that Sonic could parry with special animations. Phase 2, boss will fly around and hover. I know this will be too much, but you have a whole year to work on this. So you better get to work, fool. Like, for free, of course, because you're not going to pay for this. I'm joking. Anyway, the boss will hover with its wings, and after a period of time, it will fly high to another location where you could chase it down and do a special parry and throw it to the ground and spin. How old is this person? This is someone's wish list. Okay. Anyway, the arena fight. Arena areas are large to accommodate the gun. Phase 1. The boss uses the gun plus kicking plus yada yada yada. The ending QTE should be very cool. How do you make a QTE cool? You know what I mean? It's just a QTE at the end of the day. Remember that Supreme has jets. After a small fight cinematic, make Supreme charge at Sonic using its jets. Have a hotbar showing who is winning. You have to press buttons, which may change after some time. Once you win, okay. So yeah, someone writes their whole love letter of what they want the final boss to be, and it says, Kishimoto, if you read this and get inspired by it, I want to thank you for spending time reading this. I believe this will heavily improve the ending of the game. If there are legal problems or give me ideas, this idea is free of use and there's no legal binding to it. So he said there's no legal binding in the tweet. Therefore, Kishimoto can bite this whole thing. That's how copyright works, of course. Kishimoto responds in straight Japanese. He says, thank you for suggesting a great idea. I read it all and found your opinion valid and inspiring to me. Okay. I don't know how much I can achieve in a limited amount of time, but I'll do my best to make it something that you'll be satisfied with. So he basically says, your opinion is valid and inspiring, but I don't know if I'm going to implement all that shit you were talking about. Like, your whole wet dream wish list of how the boss should be. But I'll do something that you'll be satisfied with, basically. Like, letting him down gently. But the way he's phrased is kind of suggested that maybe he's going to do something. Like, he might alter the boss. I mean, when Mania Plus came out, they altered bosses in the game, right? Like, the Metal Sonic boss was altered, I believe. Certain elements of the game were altered. The Oil Ocean boss was altered as well, I believe, because it was so much harder with Knuckles with his gimped jump. So maybe they will tweak the final boss of the game and actually make it a real boss and not a bullet hell. I don't know. I feel like he's hinting towards that here, but he's not fully outright saying it. So we might end up with something that is basically the same as before. But I believe that they probably do want to do something different with that boss that is not a bullet hell, because the fact that they reused that bullet hell like, what was it, 5 fucking times in the game, I'm sure they knew they were running out of time and they had to do something. If they got the additional year and the update comes and they tweaked the boss and made it an actual final boss, like a hypersonic or something, I don't know. It would be cool to see, okay? But I'm not getting my hopes up. I mean, I already had to deal with the disappointment of, you know, experiencing that boss, so I've already felt the pain of it, so it can't really get much more painful, you know? But I would love to see them work on it. At the end of the day, as someone who loved those 6, I would have loved if they said, hey, we're gonna patch this game, even if it was a year later. You play it a year later and the load times are going and the glitches are patched out. I would have loved to see that. So for those who are like madly in love with Frontiers, to see him actually improve one of the weakest elements of Frontiers, which was that final boss, even if it takes a year, I think it's better that they do it than never do it, right? I'm not too fussed personally because, again, I felt the emotions and it's not one of my favorite games ever anyway, so it is what it is regardless. But if he does it, then well done, bravo to him, okay? If you want to keep fixing things, you know, why don't you fix the Adventure fans off with an Adventure remake, and we'll love you for that. Well, actually, no, Kishimoto don't do that. We'll get someone else to do that. I'm sorry. But let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know how you feel about Sonic Prime's performance. Let me know what you think about Kishimoto's tweet. Do you think he's working on fixing up that final boss? Not necessarily copying what this wet dream wish list is, but like maybe something to make it an improved version. For me personally, an improved version would just be a hypersonic ending or a cybersonic ending. You know, that's just like a second phase of Supreme or something, or I don't know, all the Titans join together into one Mega Titan or some bullshit like that instead of fighting a purple planet. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of that. And of course, a big shout out to all my channel members. If you want to become a channel member, you click the join button next to the subscribe button. And it is Christmas Day, so I mean, a good Christmas present would be becoming a channel member. I would appreciate that so much. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure to check out the non-Sonic channel. The link will be in the description. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.